So we know that this is the frontal bone. This is the coronal suture. Come on, Max. Here's the frontal bone. Here's the coronal suture. And if I put my hand like this, see my finger? It's going straight down the sagittal suture. Frontal bone, coronal suture, sagittal suture. Sagittal suture so separates the parietal bones. Follow it all the way back. The suture back here at the back of the skull, that's the lambdoid. It looks like the letter L in the Greek alphabet. And this is the occipital bone. When I look on the inside, and you see the great big wings right here? Great big wings on each side. Those are the greater wings of the sphenoid. And if I go right here, right there are the lesser wings of the sphenoid because they're smaller. Greater wings of the sphenoid, lesser wings of the sphenoid. See this saddle right here? That saddle is called the sella, S-E-L-L-A, turcica, T-U-R-C-I-C-A, Turk saddle. And this, where I put my finger, that little depression is the apophyseal fossa. Pituitary rides right there. If I go forward, see that little fall hawk sticking up there? That is the crista galli, means the coxcomb, the rooster comb. It's the crista galli. Do what? On each side of the crista galli is a little crib. This is my baby. See my baby? And my baby is lying in its little bed. What do we call the bed a baby lays in? A crib.
Cribiform.
This is the cribiform plate. If you look him in the nose, that plate going straight up and down. See it? That plate going straight up and down. That is the perpendicular plate of the ethmoid bone. One of the questions on the test today said, what bones make up the nasal septum? That's one of them. Look at this bone right here. That's under my finger. That's the vomer. The vomer and the perpendicular plate come together. They make the nasal septum. See that little bone sticking out the side of the nose? Look at that little bone sticking out the side of the nose. That's called the middle nasal concha. There's a superior, but you can't see it. A superior nasal concha and the middle nasal concha are part of the ethmoid bone. I have an inferior nasal concha. It's all the way down at the bottom. And that's a bone all by itself. If I listed all the bones of the nose, the nasal concha would be a bone all by itself. This is nasal bone. This eye socket is called the orbit of the eye because it goes around the eye. Right here is the lacrimal bone. Here's the nasal bone.